I'm not an English native speaker, but I make over $20,000 a month on YouTube. In this video, I'm going to share with you how I've built a YouTube business in my second language being English, and how being unique, having an accent, being like weird in some sort of way might be the key to actually grow your YouTube channel as well. If you've wanted to start a YouTube channel, grow a business from it, but you have an accent or English is your second language, you might have thought that having this accent, being from somewhere else, not speaking perfect English is an obstacle, is something that's gonna make it harder for you to connect, build an audience. It's kind of like something that is negative. But what if I told you that instead of this being a challenge or an obstacle, it was actually your superpower? Now here's the thing, there's a lot of competition on YouTube. There's people that are making more money than you and I, teaching other people how to make money. There's people that are more attractive than you and I, that are doing vlogs or entertainment content, or people that speak better English than you and I, communicating ideas kind of like what I'm doing right now. So if you and I were to compete and try to be these people, we would pretty much lose. And the thing that I see with so many creators or struggling and aspiring creators is that they see at the top people in their niche and they pretty much try to copy them. They pretty much try to be them. Thing is that you're going to lose in that game. You cannot beat, let's say, Iman Gaji at being Iman Gaji. He's already being himself, fully authentic. So the people that follow that type of content, his videos are people that like him for being him. It's like playing somebody else's game with somebody else's rules and then hoping to win. It's just not going to be good. Think about it, if somebody wins the lottery and then you go up to them and say, hey, what are your lottery numbers? Because I'm going to play them next week. That ticket has already been redeemed, and more likely than not, if you use that same playbook, those same numbers to play the lottery or grow your YouTube channel, it's just not going to work. Instead, what I've seen is new creators that grow very quick, that become popular, that actually build a loyal audience and build a business are those creators that might have something unique, kind of like a quirk, something about them, and they lean into that. They become different, and by being different, they create a market for themselves, even if their YouTube channel is a newer YouTube channel compared to other more established channels. Why they grow is because of their unique story, their background, their unique angle, what they're about, their own experiences, maybe where they came from, where they are right now. So even in your case, my case, the fact that we have an accent, the fact that we're immigrants might be an advantage, and it could be part of what makes us unique. So I'm gonna give you an example, like some backstory, limiting beliefs that I used to have in the past, and maybe right now it might be the same thing for you. So quick background, you're probably an immigrant. If you're watching this video, an ESL speaker, you might want to start building a business, but you don't have the confidence in your English skills. You feel like English is not as perfect as you would like it to be. You have some sort of accent, and you might have some limiting beliefs, some of them being who's going to listen to me, who my accent is too strong and I'm not comfortable in camera, I don't know how to communicate my ideas, which are thoughts that I used to have. Sometimes I struggle to be fully transparent, but I'm actually working to solve them. And these beliefs, which are negative, could translate not just only if you wanted to start a business, but let's say dating, in your studies, in the workplace, how you show up in life. But what if I told you that none of that stuff matters? Or it only matters if you think it matters. If you think that starting a YouTube channel is going to be harder because you have an accent, then it is going to be harder for you. But in my case, I'm gonna give you a quick background now. I moved to Canada from Colombia over 10 years ago. And anyways, I finished my studies, started working at 9 to 5 that I truly hated. And I realized that I really wanted to start a business, but I had doubts about how am I going to get clients? How am I going to, start a business if English is not my first language? Will people even listen to me? When I did call clients or call businesses to try to get their business, I had an accent, it was kind of weird, and people would just not reply to me. Or even if I did get them on a call, I would stumble over my words. And if you've run a business or work in a corporate world, these are things that you might have faced before. Anyways, I tried a bunch of different business models, which I've talked about in different videos, and I eventually settled in becoming a web designer, running a web design agency where I would just build websites for businesses. The way that I eventually settled on getting clients was on building a YouTube channel. Now here's the thing, despite my accent, I still started posting YouTube videos, and I became, my focus was not on becoming the best perfect communicator speaker, but it was more on becoming the best web designer that I could. And the whole thing, my whole angle was that I was using a specific tool, a specific software, let's say. This video, by the way, is not just about web design. It could work for whatever business or niche you want to start, but I'm just giving you my own experience. There was this tool specifically, as I was saying, that I was using, And I saw a bunch of content on YouTube about this software, but nobody really was making tutorials specifically about building websites. That's exactly the angle that I took. I took the fact that I was doing this with my brother, which was something that also made me unique. The fact that I had an accent, the fact that I'm, the way how I talk and how I communicate, I try to make it so that I would be clear, slower. And now that's something that people actually compliment me in. Now, in the beginning though, when I first started posting these videos, they sucked. I'm just going to be fully transparent with you. And I just didn't have any prior experience or camera experience at all. Because of this, not only were the videos like low quality, I was kind of awkward. I didn't have perfect English. Even right now, I still don't have perfect English. And the thing though is that I was still very focused on doing videos that my older or my younger self would appreciate. So somebody that was struggling to learn how to build websites, that's exactly the type of videos that I started making in the hopes that it would help me get clients and grow my business as well. So I just talk about tutorials, problems that I used to face in the past as a web designer, and this works in other niches as well. If you've overcome a problem and you want to build a business around it, talking about how you overcame that might help you like gain an audience about it, and then afterwards on the back of that YouTube channel, you might be able to offer a product or a service that helps solve that problem, and that's how you'll be able to build a business. The thing though, like the main takeaway is make the focus not yourself and the fact that you lack communication skills or any of that stuff, but your audience. How can you best serve them? And that's my key and how I've been able to build this $25,000 a month business. As a result of this, long story short, I've been able to build a $20,000 a month business, as I already mentioned, with agency services, templates, and digital products. I've been able to do all of this with a channel that has under 5,000 subs, which is very impressive. It goes to show that you don't need tons amount of views, a lot of followers, or any of that stuff. The cool thing as well is I don't have to spend money to try to get clients with ads, outreach, hire like any salespeople or any of that stuff. I'm just teaching something that I like, which is web design, and in return, a lot of people watch my videos. Some of those people though might choose to work with me, book a call, buy my product, whatever it may be, because of the fact that this is a business that is very lean. I don't have to spend money on like a location or any of that stuff because it's an online business. I get 90+% profit margins. And the crazy, something that's very cool as well, is that I've been able to quit my job 18 months ago. Honestly, I've been able to build a life that I'm proud of here in Canada as an immigrant. I've made my parents proud as well. So talking about business, talking about YouTube is a passion that I have of mine. So anyways, I just wanted to share this story to hopefully encourage you, help you know that you're not alone. Those doubts of not being enough because you're an immigrant, whatever it may be, you don't have to pay attention to them. And if I was able to make it, you can do as well. So much so to the point that even though I am not a native English speaker, I still built a $20,000 a month business here in Canada, and you might be able to do the same thing by leaning into what makes you unique, the fact that you have unique experiences, what makes you weird, the fact that you have an accent, where you came from, and your life experiences, focusing on being authentic, serving an audience, and in return, building a business on YouTube. If you're curious to know exactly how I built a $20,000 a month business on YouTube as an ESL, you can watch this video right here. I walked you through the exact blueprint that I took, which you might be able to take as well and grow a YouTube business as well.